Welcome back to the big city, the city that never sleeps, which would mean Knight's job would be pretty slow on every weekend. So that's not actually true.
It's a living. Move it along.
I just
now that you mention it, you have to wonder: does Knights ever get any sleep?
I don't think so.
I always sleep. That's kind of my question.
That would explain them big old eyes.
Either that or too much sleep.
Also, now Jordy's giving me the idea of like Knights in the city just on the corner. Spare change.
No, I was thinking like they could be like a traffic cop.
What is it?
I could see that.
I mean,
just like
just the whole, she
turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was say, okay, I know we're talking over an emotional moment, but I just now imagine Knight's like, she hears like a working bell, like, it's like, oh, it's my shift. She takes her vest, flips it inside out, it's like yellow and black stripes, it's like, see you in a bit, it just flies off to the nearest corner.
Well, I was just
She's
thinking,
a crossing guard.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking just working off the whole spare change thing, it's like, I'm a munchkin.
No, Riella, you're not.
What are we, Riella? I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Thanks, Knight.
I couldn't care less.
And
What
here we have
now?
have a million sad faces of Nightopians once again, and an owl.
Stand up for yourself.
No, did you see that?
Owl, what did you do to those poor children?
Did you see that?
I love how its feathers ruffled up.
Yeah, he's just like.
I believe that's a mating dance in some cultures.
Oh God! Goodness!
All right, let's go.
It's
and
not
we're gonna
mating
just...
season for you, Owl.
Stop doing that, Owl. You're scaring the kids.
I'm just saying, Knights. Maybe a movie, a bit of shrimp cocktail.
So, what we're going to do is we now have to track down Nightmares, and I restarted because this took me a while because the issue is that you need to hold on to all of your paralooping as best you can. Yes, hype.
I'm nothing. I'm just thinking back to what I was thinking of adding on to my joke. It's like, come on, Knights, you, me, a drink. I bought a new bag of tater tots.
Why tater tots?
Tater tots. What would Nightopians even eat?
Tater tots.
Now I'm just imagining Owl as like. Okay, this is actually helping out my own like stupid joke now. Like, okay, so first of all, you have to look at the radar, but the radar is very unhelpful because it doesn't tell you what like three-dimensional like tier the enemies are on. Just
yeah, it doesn't say what altitude they're on.
Yeah.
Which, when you can switch altitudes, becomes confusing. Anyway, also, freaking hyper now. I now have this idea of like. Owl is still trying to be the rated E for everyone, like helpful guide, because that's just what he's supposed to be. And the issue is that he still tries to lay on the moves and like sweet talk, but he can't because he's freaking E for everyone. So it's just like, I have a romantic night planned for us. I just got the recent release of the latest Kids Bop album.
Oh my God, no!
Wait,
that's an instant
latest
turn-off.
release, the latest release of the Kids Bop album.
Oh no!
Oh, Kids Bop.
Like
Okay.
that, like that's his Barry White.
That's a blast from the past.
Oh God! What if Kids?
Definitely.
Oh God! What if Kids Bop has? No, like, they've never made a Kids Bop version of Barry White songs, right?
No.
Stock.
Look hard enough. You might find at least one out of those 30+ albums that has it.
No, wait,
Who do you think has had more? Who do you think has had more music, more albums? The Kids Bop series or the Now That's What I Call Music series?
Probably Now That's What I Call Music, because
Yeah,
if you
since
also
that's been
count the
longer
Christmas
running.
albums.
Honestly, you say that, I feel like they're pretty neck and neck.
I agree with you, James.
And
Well, I also think Now That's What I Call Music came first.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
too.
that is
Well,
true.
that's
It's
fair,
been-
but it's like how soon after did Kids Bop come into the scene?
I can do
wasn't
the
there-
research, my friend.
what wasn't
Alright,
there
go
now
for it.
that wasn't there Now That's What I Call Kids Music? Well, okay, so I know there was Now That I think there was a Now That's What I Call Kids Music. I think then there was freaking Radio Disney. Then there was.
Those are childhood memories that I don't often look back on.
Well, we're on the 20th anniversary of Now That's What I Call Music, to answer question number one.
It's only been 20 years.
Yep. And
I love how you
Kids
said
Bop
this-
was
this-
made.
No,
I feel like it's been
this
a
is
while.
one of those odd moments, hype, where I'm suddenly feeling a lot younger than I thought I did, because there's like 50 some odd albums.
And Kids Bop was made in 2001.
Oh wow, I thought it was the late 90s.
So yeah, Now That's
Well,
What I
they
Call
must- they
Music
must-
came first.
Well, they must have pumped out a lot of Kids Bop albums. If that's like one of that and that's what I call that. As more, I feel like they have to have a similar amount of albums, or at the very least neck and neck.
You know,
that
should be the name of the next genre of music. Now that's what I call that.
What I love, I was gonna say with this cool synth and this piano, it almost just reminded me of Planet Wisp. There we go.
Yeah, I can sort of hear it.
Anywhoozin', so.
Honestly, when I hear back on that music, I also think to myself, this actually wouldn't be out of place in something like, say, Kingdom Hearts.
It could, yeah. But just, yeah, they need to, like, find better music to do this with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more like they need to find a better game to use this awesome music on.
Yeah.
But you could say that for a good chunk of Sega's titles nowadays.
Probably.
So with that said, what are we doing next?
Let's see. Next, we are going into the Light City, and
We're gonna chase after Octopi again.
Look, it's Octopi.
Oh, devil's David, not that creep.
I know you must be pretty good at flying.
I just want to know on your head.
Keep up with this little fellow.
Well,
now I can
shit.
just imagine her gnawing on his head.
Then.
Or one of those Wilhelm screams. Ah!
Ow!
I can just imagine that for some reason. Like, they're just chasing after each other, and you got Octopod just doing that one stock scream while being chased after by knights.
What do you think? What scream do you think would fit him more? Luigi. I think Luigi scream would fit Octopod.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ew, stop inking me, Octopus.
Oh, he's made me eat.
Come on, get the best chain I can get. Come on, okay. Oh, jeez, no, okay.
No. You can do it.
Bring it! Oh,
Ah,
okay.
dang it.
Ah, well.
Were you trying to go for 100?
Yeah, because I think 100 guarantees you an A. Ow.
Makes sense.
But the whole freaking Kids Bop thing, like, I don't hate it. Just pick music that's appropriate for kids' music. Here's the stupidest thing ever. They act clear. That's okay. You know, maybe that's the reason why I hate Kids Bop is that it is clearly just such a corporate marketing thing and nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, it's really
Yeah.
just like, it's just like, hey, what's cool what's it with the kids? All right, we'll make that song. Because I cannot think of any other justification for, I kid you not, a Kids Bop version of Do the Harlem Shake.
Oh no.
I remind you, Do the Harlem Shake is a song that exclusively only has 4 words in its lyrics. Do the Harlem and Shake exclusively in that order.
Oh, hey, Helen.
Oh yeah, this is where she ended up.
Helen?
Her back slammed against a stairwell. That's how you break a tailbone.
Jesus Christ. And I thought Frank West had bad sleeping on that metal rug. With,
It's good to see you.
With
while
the
wearing
Mega
You
Man
slept on a
helmet.
rug?
Yeah,
You mean
seriously.
the chair, right?
Are you alright? Yes.
Well, he did have the chair at first, but once he got to Isabella's secret headquarters, the only sanctuary that's in that place is
Oh,
the
that's
rug.
right.
Yeah.
And he landed his sweet little head on that metal grating.
Oh, that's right. Well, then it's better than that. Than when he would wake up in a helicopter with his hands tied behind his back. With
That's true
pretty
too.
bad Charlie
Especially
horse.
after getting his ass whooped by a couple of
I'm alright.
mini
military
blimp.
men.
The little RC blimps were so adorably stupid.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
It looks like Helen twisted her ankle.
Then okay. Let's head for the door.
And I'm sorry, James, there was one other thing that I saw. I think it was Joel who did, which was hysterical. Or no, I think it was Vinny from Vice Sauce. They were playing Dead Rising, and whenever they had to quickly get out of the whenever they had to get out of being handcuffed, and like he's all glowing red, and you're trying to like whop back, whatever, you know what I mean, right? Trying to get out, break out of the cuffs. He played that one song from Mario Party 2.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I hate to interrupt your tangent, but
Go ahead.
now it's our
Whoa,
turn.
jeez.
Good morning.
And we died.
The end.
Yeah, so that
Well,
was
that's
when
the
I
end of the
learned.
commentary.
No, that's when I learned. Oh, yeah. Apparently, kind of like what we saw in the night thing, we have to activate certain switches.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I suddenly have this visual, like, you fell off, you pretty much woke up, and then you go right back to your dream. I'm just suddenly thinking back to that one episode where SpongeBob was literally sneaking into Patrick's house, trying to get his secret box. And the few times where it seemed like he was about to wake up Patrick, but then he fell right back asleep.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Jordy?
Just to go back to the game itself, now that we found Helen, we are now returning the favor that she made for us and leading her out. Especially because she has a twisted ankle now.
Which is not good.
She's walking perfectly fine with that twisted ankle, though.
Well,
but I will say,
can I just say two things about that? First of all, you're in a dream. You could dream yourself without a broken ankle.
Become a Superman.
2, broken ankle, walk it off.
Well, that's what she's doing, ironically enough. Otherwise, I'd call you out on that, but she is. So, also, and she's even going to make jumps and everything, too, I think.
Well, how else is she gonna? Well, actually, then again, is she right behind?
No, she's not right behind us. She had to stay
behind.
behind.
That's right. Okay, so they do. Oh gosh, this animation. Okay, so they were smart in that regard. She can't like jump or make long falls without us. So okay.
But she can.
What was I saying?
Oh, hello.
Smiley electric eel. Let me also. Nice. Oh, that's a pretty good like Sonic like get off the ground kind of thing. Anyway, I will give. Okay, what I'm trying to say here. I like this level the most out of all the human ones because it just looks nice. There we go, Helen can follow us now. Just, this stage I like the most just because it looks nice, the mechanic is pretty cool. The mirror one was okay because, you know, the maze was a bit tricky to figure out, but...
I did not like the mirror one.
The forest one I hate.
I like this
We're going to see that one in the next part.
Yeah.
Sega rarely missteps with its music. Unless people complain about Forests sounding too much like a techno album, in which case, come on.
And whenever Matt's around, he always has to bring up Rise of Lyric.
Which wasn't done by Sega, it was done by Big Red Button, who just tried to be a rip-off Pixar.
Though, to be fair, you can't even say that, because the soundtrack for that game was composed by someone that has had experience with Sonic.
Really?
True. Yeah,
Richard
Jocks. Whatever. The guy that composed for the Sonic 3D Blast on Sega Saturn.
Why didn't he?
And Sonic R.
So why? That's the issue, though. Is that when you listen to that music, like, it has no catchy melody. It just sounds like standard orchestral stuff.
As far as I'm concerned, all that may as well have just been an executive choice as opposed to his choice. Because every other soundtrack he did at least has some form of energy to it.
I don't think that was bees. I think those were just sparklies. Oh no, those are bees.
Those are bees.
Yeah, I told you, they're bees. Get away.
Run, stray bees. I've never been actually stung by a bee.
I have. Oh my goodness, it crawled into my arm one day.
I remember when I was playing in the mud, I had a swing set where there was kind of a mud puddle under it, and I think there was an underground nest, and it stung me between my toes.
Ow. Did you also bring up that one story where they were, or I don't know if it was you or someone else, but someone had a bee literally stuck inside their pants?
No, that wasn't
Where
me.
in the pants?
There was another occasion where I was standing there. I think I was 8 years old. I had one of those two-piece swimsuits on, and one stung me in the butt.
Ooh, ow. That's bad.
In the butt.
In the butt.
Got stung.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. Okay, that's serious.
Okay, I'll leave it behind, Helen.
But then last year, I think it was last year, we had this picnic, and wasps, yellow jackets were everywhere. No one was doing anything to try to control them. They were all over the food. They were all over the silverware.
Jeez.
And people thought that bowls of cucumbers at the table, like cucumber slices, would repel them.
Nope.
Don't they eat those?
Yeah, and so it not only didn't work, but
Ow.
I was trying to go to see something. I was going away from the picnic. I was going up the hill to a farm to watch some horses or something, and I got stung in one of my knuckles on my right hand.
By the way, can I say, as someone who's been to Vegas a couple times, how disappointed I am that, like, Sega has falsely advertised me on what casino music should sound like. I have never gone to a casino and have it sound this ritzy and this classy and this fun.
Hey, what about Luigi? What about the music in Luigi's casino?
A real-life casino, Seely. I have never been to a real-life, in reality
Oh, she's
casino.
talking about, like, the music sounding similar to the Luigi's casino thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Nintendo has done the same thing too. Video games in general have given me this impression that you would think a casino, a place for grown-ups to essentially play video games, would like have some nice fun music. It just sounds like chaos.
Yeah,
well,
it's
maybe
like
you just went to a really bad casino.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
Oh,
Well, there's
just
also an
made it.
instance of like maybe you can't hear the music that they're playing because they're drowned off by all the drunken hicks trying to get their money.
That's also true.
Probably. That was just a shortcut we just took.
So
and
for
I
all you
think,
know,
yeah,
there
there's the end.
probably is that kind of music playing.
It is true, though, in some regards, Japanese developers too tend to overglorify just how cool and ritzy and awesome a casino can be. And when in reality, they're just, well, they're really not much of a haven for kids.
Right, not even in Japan. Like the casinos there are just as loud and just like, but like just here they make them sound like such high class. Like media, I guess in general.
Maybe it used to be like that back in the day, but nowadays, that's old fashioned.
Man, all I just care about is just getting money and done.
By the way, those little Nighttopian eggs, just going back to the Chowgoran comparisons, I want to know if it's just me, but every time I would get a new egg in the Chowgoran, because I had no idea how to properly hatch them, I would just throw them against the wall and have them crack out like that.
Same. And their heads get all confused, and you're like, walk off.
Yeah. Chow gardening is overrated.
There it is.
No der.
Oh, well. Thank you so much. What's the matter, Helen? Is something wrong?
I don't belong here.
And neither do you.
I sound like I don't even know if I'm British. Are there actors British or do
Yeah,
they
they
do
are
the-
British.
Okay.
Although to me,
just-
I feel like Will's actors slips into American accent sometimes.
I've
Oh
seen,
god,
and
I just realized it. Helen, what's wrong? Some jackass on YouTube made fun of my acting skills.
don't, I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, what acting has he done? What videos and voice acting has he actually done to show for you? At least
And then
for the
Helen
big
points
game?
over to the Dub Matters channel.
That's not like a
Wait, what?
professional game though,
That's true.
and I haven't done a lot in a while. I need to make a demo reel with Hype, but just I've been in like
We'll
I've
get
been
to
in
that eventually.
Hype has been in more games than me, which is cool. I'm very proud of him that he's got into games and stuff.
Also, I feel like I should have made this conversation sooner, but Helen's wearing clown shoes.
Sure we will.
She kinda is.
Those are some grade A Kingdom Hearts shoes there.
I'm sure.
Good
Seriously.
See you later.
How does she walk around in those so comfortably?
See you.
Well, I don't look at that wavy
Awkward
anime.
waving.
Who's waving? No one. Okay, heads up, Sega. No kid waves like that. Also, Will, take off the frickin' life preserver jacket.
It's a vest.
It totally looks like a life preserver jacket.
It kind of
It
does.
really does.
Or it's a snow vest.
Believe in your
Since you brought up Kingdom Hearts, I don't know why, but I think out of all the Sega properties, I think Knights would probably fit in the best in a Kingdom Hearts game.
doubt it not.
Oh, dude, I
course.
could see that. Give it the flight mechanics like in Peter Pan's Neverland.
Hmm.
Some
I mean, hell, when you stop and think about it, Dream Drop Distance may as well have been a Knights game.
Oh, it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that said, let's return back to the gate, because we now just need to just defeat one more boss, and then Will's half of the story is over.
Hooray!
Goodness
You seem
me.
unhappy. Is something wrong?
I missed my shot.
Shot?
He didn't have a shot.
Yeah, he
How
really
much
did.
shots?
You don't know that.
Oh, are you talking about to like pick up? You know, are you talking like to like hit on Helen or something?
He's
Yeah,
like,
that's
what,
a
8
joke.
years old?
I don't know what he meant by miss his shot. And oh, look, it's a little house
Aw, what a nice
a
little
dog.
doghouse.
A doghouse. That's totally not out of place.
Want to take a look?
with chains.
Although I
Well,
think it might be a little small for a doghouse for that size.
Plus, there's clearly nothing in there.
More like a shack. Or maybe a dog's kennel. Dog's
A
kennel?
dog.
Did
Wait, you don't think...
you
What do you
say
think?
dog?
Cerberus!
And it's like, which I love the connotation of this is that that's supposed to be Cerberus's house.
It's
Yeah, I
too
know.
small for Cerberus.
Oh, and speaking of Cerberus, you're probably wondering, wait, where's the third head?
Here it is.
I hated this part.
Which this sucks now because the issue is that that's supposed to be how we're supposed to stop them, but it turns into a Cerberus head itself. So whenever you get too close, so this is
I'll
why
be
we
right
need
back, guys.
Rocket.
Okay.
Okay.
Crap.
Ooh.
Yeah. So while Dory's away, that is why we need. That is why only in Will's story do we absolutely require the Rocket hat.
Because of this.
I will admit that is actually kind I will admit that is an admittedly clever way of integrating the third head.
So
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it is. I like that. Just yeah. So the rocket mask is required because otherwise, if we're too slow, the Cerberus head would appear. So we use the rocket mask to quickly get in and dash into it before it has a chance to form. Back to you,
well, I
James.
mean, outside of that, I mean, you do have. I mean, outside of that, at least it's pretty evident that the rocket transformation is mostly for the sake of, well, a faster dash.
Yeah. Ouch.
Assuming you really have the need for a faster dash in the first place.
Right, which, I mean, I thinking on it, actually I feel stupid. Thinking on it, you probably definitely could use that in, like, the chase levels with the birds.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang, I should have been doing that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh, well.
Sorry about that. I had to go kill a stink bug.
Got it. One more.
Those are a thing, Steve.
I'm not saying they're
Yeah.
not a thing, I just couldn't help but find that amusing.
Let's get the rocket mask ready and
I'll
stop
bet
doing this
bugs are even
game.
a thing.
They're not really
There we
amusing
go.
to your mother, who is terribly afraid of bugs.
Rocket mask and take aim.
Blast off!
You know what? No, I'm sorry, Jordan, but I'm just imagining your
And
mother
dead.
like reenacting that old trope of the woman like on top of the stool, like scared of the little critters on the floor.
Oh, she would not be on top of a stool. She'd be sitting on the couch going like...
Why on the couch? What if the bug gets onto the couch?
Then she would go... So...
Then she
Then
would
she would
panic.
burn the couch.
Oh, she
no,
would.
no,
She wouldn't dare to burn the couch. Trust me. She loves our couch. Back to the topic at
green
hand. I'm
idiot.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to you, James.
It's glowing
Yeah, never mind.
green.
Look at the size of this marble.
It's not a marble, although it does look like a marble. Maybe it is a
Kinda
marble.
does.
I don't
It
know.
kind of does.
Jim, you lost your marbles.
So with that said, join us in what will be the finale for, well, close to the finale for Helen's story in the next part. Because spoilers, it's not the finale for her because my least favorite stage of all time is coming up in the next part.
Oh boy.
So
Till next time,
that's
guys.
the thing.
Bye.
Bye bye.
So about that kid's Bob,